Yeah, you got carrot face. Yeah, you got a beard of carrots on you. Hi folks, it's Debbie. Thanks for joining us. And I want to thank everybody for the comments about seeing the chicks again. Everybody loved them. And that's not the end, because we're going back out. There's something else we have to cover. There's a question I got, and it was about the chicken tractor. People said, well, you talked about the chicken tractor, but you never showed us how it worked. You're right, I didn't. So I'm going to go back out to the farm. I'm going to go over the chicken tractor again with the chicks in it, and I'm going to show you why it's a chicken tractor and how it works. But for now, we're going to talk about the garden because we've got some exciting things going on there. But before we do that, I hear somebody, and oh, well, look what he's got today. A new treat, a carrot. Are you enjoying that carrot, Walter? Is that a good carrot? He's a silly bird, kinda, because he comes from down under. And now he's way up here in Canada. So you'd think for a bird that comes from Australia, he'd like fruit. You know, more of warm climate type foods. Now Walter, he's not big on fruit. I've tried to give him apples, oranges, oh, all kinds of fruit. Grapes, strawberries, nope. Give him vegetables or a piece of cheese, he's one happy bird. And he loves carrots. Maybe because they're the same color as his cheeks. I don't know. But he does love them. Don't you, Walt? You like the carrot? Look. Yeah, you got carrot face. Yeah. You got a beard of carrots on you. Oh, he's cleaning off the carrot. He had enough of that beard. You had enough of that beard? Oh, he loves his carrots. And potatoes seem to be another favorite of his. Maybe because the potatoes are juicy and because the carrots are orange. I don't know. But that's Walter the cockatiel enjoying his morning treat of a carrot. He gets all his regular birdseed, but he gets all kinds of treats too. He's kind of a spoiled bird, I think. So, back to what we're doing today. We're going to be talking about the garden because there were some questions I had about making the wicking tubs, so I wanted to answer them. A little more detail for you, so when you make your wicking tubs, they'll truly be a success. So, come on folks, let's go and take a look at the wicking tubs again. Oh, and don't forget, if you like what you see, hit subscribe, touch that like, and ding that bell. Oh no, Walter, you can't come outside with me. No, that can't happen. No, Walter. So, we're just going to put you back in your cage for a minute, okay, Walt? Okay, folks, come on. Let's go and take a look at the garden. There's the cucumber. There's a delicious looking lettuce coming along. And here's our patio tomatoes, so it's going to have lots of little tomatoes on it. And here's our peas. You can see I've got it all tied up now. So I'll explain all of that to you in a little bit. But for now, let's go over the questions that people asked me. First of all, they wanted to know, what about this hose? Can you use a different type of hose? Well, of course you can. You can use anything that's about 1/4 of an inch. And I just happened to pick this because I had it, but you can use a PVC tube. Yeah, any tube you can find basically that would have a 1/4 inch and up hole. You don't want it much larger than that. I mean, that's just fine. It fits in the bucket perfectly. And you can get PVC 1/4 inch. So if you have that laying around, I just happen to have the hose, picked it, but you pick anything you want. Just remember, you've got to angle the bottom of it to make sure it doesn't sit right on the bottom so the water will flow out nicely. That's the idea. And people also asked about the containers. You can use any container you want with 1 pop can for measurement. You need at least 1 pop can for measurement, but the only problem is using big containers like this, you don't get as much soil in the tub, okay? So best thing you can do is use all pop cans, but I didn't have enough for 4 containers, so I split it up and put a different container in with the pop cans. But also remember, whatever you put in that tub in the bottom, it's got to be in there tightly. Okay, so that when you put the soil on top, everything stays exactly where it is. You don't want it moving around. That's also important. So the pop can is approximately 5 inches tall. So you've got 4 inches for the water line, then you've got another inch for the air line. The wicking tub is about 14.5 inches tall. So that leaves you almost 10 inches for soil. So, like I said, the lower the fillers, which is the pop cans, the better. Water bottles, same thing. But use one pop can to put that water line. I don't care what container you use, but use one pop can, or measure the water line at 4 inches from the bottom of the container and put the air line at 5 inches from the bottom of the container. And there you'll have it. That'll be the right height. And then just make sure all containers are measured at 4 inches for water and 5 inches for air. And another question I was asked, when I first made them and I filled them with water, I didn't stand there and fill these 5-gallon tubs with that. What I did, I had a big watering can and I sprayed it evenly over the top, to like you always do. When you put a new plant in the ground, you always add lots of water to the plant. You give it a soaking on its first one, but don't soak it fast. Just use a soft watering can. And as soon as it started coming out, I knew the container was full. And another question, people want to know, when do you fill it with water? How do you know if it's empty? Well, this is what I love about this wicking tub. All you have to do is take your container of water, pour it in the hose, and look at your overflow hole on the bucket. If it runs out really, really fast, you know it's got way too much. You don't need to be filling it. And then, after about a week, you're going to notice when you add water, it's just going to squirt out when it starts squirting out. That's what you want to see. That's perfect. So when you see that happening, just stop. Leave it. That's all you got to do. So you can try that every day until that little trickle of water comes out. Now, I don't actually feed mine every day. I do it maybe every second, third day. And as soon as I see that little trickle, I know it's enough because the bottom of that soil is well soaked. Well, folks, that's all the questions I had. So, without further ado, get ready for some more chicks, because they're going to be coming back in the next video when we do the chicken tractor. So make sure you join us back here. And who's that I hear? What you looking for? You ate all your carrot. Say bye-bye, YouTubies. Say bye-bye. Good boy, Walter. Good boy.